In the preliminary reports that we got as a government, it was established that the deputy governor went to that particular campaign tour, with thugs, political thugs. So it was an altercation between these political thugs and the thugs they met on ground.
Can I ask a question?
When you say assassination, that means somebody had already been.
Can I ask a question on the first point you raised?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, you say that it was bad image. When you say that it was an assassination attempt, it's a bad image on government. How is it a bad image for government? Was government accused of trying to kill the deputy governor? Was that the sense that you got from it?
No. You see, you don't have to play politics with at as serious as assassination. When you say assassination attempt, you must establish what makes it an assassination attempt. You must establish whether the man was actually shot at. You must establish what could be the immediate and the remote cause of that. As a campaign organization coming from that particular tour, you went into a press conference, left the issues, and we were addressing propaganda. As far as I'm concerned, as far as we were concerned, if you say it was an assassination attempt, you have to establish the basis for that particular incident, why you call it assassination attempt. Because what we quarrel with is to say that the deputy governor was shot at. It will also interest you that one of the security aides of the deputy governor actually made the first shot, to scare away the unruly crowd. That was what we got, that they actually shot to scare away the unruly crowd. And in the process, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, and in the process, the unruly crowd on the other side decided to retaliate, and it was now a matter of gunshots. So the security aides of the deputy governor were right there, over 20 of them. How come they couldn't apprehend one person? If you say it was an assassination attempt, was the assassin so powerful that he overpowered over 20 policemen and
Mr. Afegbua, I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
So to come to that conclusion, no, excuse me, that it was an assassination attempt was too heavy a word to use, and the deputy governor was shot at.
I still do not understand. What I do not
Meanwhile, the deputy governor was inside the building holding meetings with the delegates.
Now, why that might be questionable, what I do not understand is why it is an embarrassment to government. Whether they use the word assassination attempt or there was an unruly crowd, why is that embarrassing to the Edo State government, for instance?
No, it's an embarrassment to government because, one, we are not known to be very violent. We are known to be peaceful people. We can engage on issues. We can interrogate issues. We can interrogate power, but not to the extent of carrying guns or measuring our weight with the size of guns that individuals possess. So we find it very disturbing that issues of violence will be associated with issues of assassination and all of that. That's why.
Has the government reached out to the security operatives on this matter, because some questionable issues you've raised here about the security of the deputy governor? If you say there was the member of the SSS attached to him who was also there injured, first of all, none of these people would deliberately inflict harm on themselves. But you have, I think your questions you raised this morning shouldn't be swept under the carpet. Asking questions as why is it that none was apprehended or even shot at if they came face to face with these people? The government, or has the government reached out to the agencies involved in protecting the deputy governor by asking them that, look, our number 2 citizen was caught in this untoward, should I say, violent act? Has there been any form of arrest or on that day?
Well, immediately this incident happened, I told you the governor called the commissioner of police. He called the director of the State Security Service and other relevant security agencies in the state. They had a meeting, and he told them that they should try as much as possible to unravel both the immediate and the remote cause of this incident. That's number one. Number two, he has also appealed to party aspirants who are going on campaign to reduce or minimize the number of persons that go with them, because this is not campaign period per se. It is only for you to go out to woo delegates prior to the primaries coming up sometimes in July. So rather than go with a whole, entourage of so many people, that will tend to suggest that, that make it somewhat unruly, so to speak. It's better for you to go with minimal number of persons. Since you are meeting with the delegates, you meet them and you canvass votes from the delegates prior to the primaries. The governor has said that, and that is the position that the party is going to take with respect to minimizing the number of persons who will be going with aspirants. And there are so many of the aspirants going around. If you don't go around and present to the people you are meeting on the spot that, oh, you are here to impose your whims and caprices on them. No, you have to live within the limits and bounds of the party regulations with respect to campaign for delegates. And this is not the general election.
Allow me comment here again.
Campaign for delegates, and that's exactly what the governor has said.
You would agree that this is quite important, that the government and even the governor takes this seriously, knowing full well that if you listen to Samson Osaige's account, this occurred in the senatorial district of the governor and almost close to his ancestral home. So bringing up such allegation is something that really your government and the governor must take seriously.
We are not going to sit back, without taking a very serious action with respect to this. But what Samson Osaige failed to also mention was the fact that the deputy governor, while he was going on this, he met people in Agenibode, nothing happened. He met people in Fuga, nothing happened. He went to attend the burial ceremony of the mother of one of the honorable members in the House of Assembly, where he met the governor. They both danced together and all that. Nothing happened. Then he now came to the secretariat of the APC in Auchi, which is the local government of the governor, and with the kind of conspiracy theory that has been propounded by the Odubu campaign organization before now, it would seem to suggest that that was actually carried out in the governor's local government, just to embarrass the governor. That was, it was quite disturbing for us.
Is there a rift between? Is there a rift between the governor?
It was too heavy a word to use.
Is there a rift between the governor and his deputy?
Not that I know, but I know that certain persons have been saying that the governor is not supporting the aspiration of the deputy governor, and that for that reason the deputy governor is not happy about that. But I'm not sure. I'm not aware of any rift.
Well, just to clarify a couple of things here. First and foremost, after the attempt or what transpired, we understand that the deputy governor's campaign group blamed political opponents. I don't see where he blamed the government here as to embarrass them. Secondly, your statement says, quote, "Our attention has been drawn to newspaper reports and subsequent press statements by the Odubu campaign organization on the alleged assassination attempts on Dr. Pius Odubu, the deputy governor of Edo State and a gubernatorial aspirant of the All Progressives Congress." And then you went on to say, yes, you condemn it, it was hasty, it was reckless. So one gets the impression from your statement that your statement is predicated on the newspaper reports and subsequent press statements, as opposed to the governor calling the deputy governor immediately, because these paper reports and statements came up the day after the attack.
Yeah. Yes, the newspaper reports came a day after. We also because the governor had established contact with the deputy governor, had called to express solidarity and all that. But when the campaign office now came up with a statement and the way and manner they presented it, to us we felt that they were being economical with the truth, because they know in their heart of hearts that they went to Auchi with all manners of a ruling crowd that went to Auchi to create crisis, and in that process now try to blame it, on government, implicitly, not that they directly mention government or whatever, but they try to blame it on government, try to blame it, on calling it an assassination attempt. that for us was too heavy. And I keep saying that because we shouldn't be in the news for the wrong reasons, for God's sake. And